This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
Stupid ass. Well, should we start the show then?
Start recording.
I start recording.
First.
I've done it.
And then I give you permission to start the show.
Well, then I'll say hello, everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 121.
Wow.
I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped. You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers. Literally everywhere.
You sure can.
You sure can. You are listening to the StreamVoid podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between. Mm-hmm. It's March the 26th. We're almost in April.
Oh my God, it's almost April.
2023.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord. We still run off the year of our Lord map, our calendar.
We do, actually.
It'd be super weird to change it. We've been doing it for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but what were they doing before then?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. How did they know it was
chalk lines on a wall?
How did they know it was BC before Christ was born? Like, how did they know that?
They probably went we probably went 500 years and then went, oh, okay, let's start the calendar now. But now it's year 500.
But they didn't start it when Jesus was born.
No,
they went retroactively and Jesus was born 1,000 years ago. So that'll be the start of the world.
Maybe they started it right when Jesus was born.
You think so?
I don't
think so. Isn't the Gregorian calendar?
The three wise men were they're part of the calendar making process.
No, I think it was done by the Gregorian monks. Because isn't it the Gregorian calendar? Anyways,
I don't know.
I think it is.
Gregorian calendar.
I think so.
Yeah. Solar dating system used by most of the world. It is named for Pope Gregory the 13th.
Okay, so he was a couple years after Jesus was born. I don't think the Pope was a thing before the old JC came dropping out of his mom's cooter.
1582.
5082?
1582.
1582 AD?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's it's a reform of the Julian calendar.
Oh, my
which
boy
was, I guess who that was named after?
Julius Caesar?
Julius Caesar.
I've heard of him. I like his salads.
He does make a skookum salad.
Exactly.
By the year 40 BCE, the Roman civic calendar was 3 months ahead of the solar calendar. Oh,
yeah, there you go. Roman calendar.
So the Roman calendar was adopted, and then I guess old Gregorian.
He was like, you know what? You know what the most important thing in the world that ever happened was?
Jesus.
Let's start the new calendar.
Yeah, it looks like that's when it started.
Do you think the world was better or worse after that?
I don't know.
It's a mixed bag, I think.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Well, that was a tangent. How was your work week?
It was fine. In the year of our Lord, 2023.
Yeah.
It was fine. I did the usual, but so it was on Thursday. I get to work. I'm looking at my emails, a bunch of emails, and I get to this one from my nemesis. And
nemesis.
So, I don't think it's intentional when she does stuff like this. I think she just doesn't think about what she's doing.
Oh, yeah?
So anyways, okay. So the way we have it at work is we have our warehouse, obviously. I work there. And we have our stock there. And we have our system that automatically orders from the warehouse when our stock in store gets low, right? So she's writing this email about how she found 3 items that had the wrong code on them. And what the code is, it tells you where we're ordering it from. So if it's set as a code 3, it orders it from our warehouse. But if it's a code 5, that orders it from the vendor, right?
Yeah.
So there was these 3 items that were set to order from the vendor, not the warehouse. But these items are at the warehouse, so they should come from the warehouse because we don't want to buy new ones because we have them already.
Yeah.
And I'm reading this email, and it's, she sent it to me, and she CC'd the owner in it, and it's like the way she's wrote it is like, well, this kind of thing can't be missed, and we can't be covering your back and finding this stuff like this and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
She's trying to brown nose hard.
Covering my back. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So I look at the items. There's 3 items. 2 of them are backpacks that we carry from a company.
Yep.
There's 1 of each at the warehouse.
Yeah.
So instantly I'm like, okay, they weren't on the inventory, correct. When inventory was done, they found 2 backpacks.
Yeah.
Because there's no way there's 2 individual backpacks at the warehouse that were missed, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one is like 20 cast iron pans. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm like, okay, let me look into this. So I investigate, and these items had all been ordered from the vendor for like over a year.
Yeah.
Like they've been coming from the vendor for over a year. So they've been screwed up for like over a year, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't start working in the office doing anything with like changing codes till this year.
Yeah.
So instantly, I didn't do it. Because it happened like a year ago, right? And then I look, and the one has been ordered. It was ordered like 20 times this last year and the year before. It's been ordered a bunch of times. So immediately I think like these were missed in inventory. So when someone went through, they were like, okay, let's change this to be ordered from the vendor because we want to get them.
Yep.
And then when inventory was done, they found them, added them in, and then they never got changed to order from the warehouse. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, fuck, this is so stupid. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to say something. Because normally I just fucking be like, fuck this bitch or whatever.
Yeah.
So this time I was like, I asked her about it, and I'm like, okay, we did it. I'm like, okay. And I said, I'm like, I'm not a fan of the way you wrote this email about how this is my fault and you have to watch my back for this, and you can't be watching my back.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you do the ordering, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I know I do the ordering, and it's perfectly fine. I'll fix it, whatever. We'll get it sorted out. But you can't say that it's my fault. This was on me that I did it. And she's like, well, you do the ordering and blah, blah. And I'm like, I know, I get it. But like, this was before I started doing this other stuff that we're working on. Like when I can change the stuff. Before I would never change it. I would just take it to them and they would change it.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, like, I'll fix it. Like, she kept saying something like, well, who's going to take care of it if you don't do it? And I'm like, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, why was it pointed at me when it could have been anyone in here that did it? It's not necessarily me. And she's like, well, if you don't find it, who's going to find it? I'm like, well, you found it. So obviously got found. And I'm like, I don't care about fixing it or whatever. I just don't like the fact that you wrote, and like honestly the owner probably didn't even look at the fucking email, so it doesn't matter, and he wouldn't care either. But I'm like, I don't like the fact that you wrote this email blaming me that you have to watch my back to find this stuff. And she's like, well, he wants to be in on this stuff in the office and blah blah blah. I'm like, that's fine, but like it wasn't necessarily me. It could have been like, we found this and we have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
It's just semantics, right? Like whatever. And she's like, well, you have to, you're going to be changing it or whatever. I'm like, I'll fucking change it. That's not the problem. And like for whatever, she's telling me all this other bullshit. Then finally after like literally she started bitching at me about other stuff for like an hour. And then finally she figured out what I was trying to say. And she's like, oh, I'll write an email and say that like I didn't mean to write it that way. I'm like, no, you don't have to write an email saying that you did it wrong. I'm just like, just think about it going forward. Like whatever,
Yeah.
And part of the thing too was like she's saying like, well, he wants to be in on this stuff when it happens. I'm like, well, do you remember like 2 weeks ago when I found like 20 items that weren't entered into the system correctly, and they didn't have like when they order from the warehouse, everything has a location, every shelf has a number.
Yeah.
If you don't put in a number, it doesn't get ordered.
Yeah.
So I found like all these items that had no location that they didn't do properly, and I'm like, do you remember when I found that and I just took it to you and you fixed it? I'm like, next time should I write an email and say like, they didn't do this? This is all screwed up. It's not getting ordered. I'm like, what does that solve? And she's like, oh, yeah, I guess nothing. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't solve anything. Like, why couldn't you just say, hey, this was missed. Can we fix it? So finally, after an hour of her bitching at me about other stuff, she kind of got what I was going for. But I'm like, I don't know how many times I had to say her, like, I'll fix it. I don't care about the fixing part. That's not what this is about.
It's not the issue. The issue is you calling me out for
so
things
stupid.
that aren't my fault.
Well, maybe it was, but like we can't say for certain it was.
Yeah.
And even if it was my fault, let's say I changed it to order from the vendor. Obviously, there was no stock listed at the warehouse because there's only 2 fucking backpacks. So,
yeah.
it's just like so fucking ridiculous.
That is pretty ridiculous.
And then, later in the day, she's like, oh, we're going to do an in-office luncheon one day, and, we'd like for you to be here to be part of it, and we want to make sure you're here a day. And I'm like, well, she's like, what day are you for sure in the office? I'm like, Thursday and Friday. Oh, well, that doesn't really work for them. Like, maybe you'll come in on another day. And I'm just thinking, like, why don't they come in on another day? So they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could, instead of working Thursday in the office, I can come in on a Wednesday or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, she's like, it's a nice perk or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I guess so. I'm like, if I don't get to come to the little luncheon, I'm fine. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if I miss it. And she was like, oh, they really want you to come. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, okay, whatever. So who knows what the fuck this is going to be all about. But
yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, it's just crazy working with, like, I don't want to say, like, no, it'll sound bad if I say I'm working with 3 women, but it's just like working with these 3 women. This combo of women is just like, wowie. Yeah. The other 2 are fine. It's just that they're related, so it's like, holy fuck, dealing with their 2 sisters in the office. And then my nemesis over there. Yep. It's just the combination is like, whoa, baby. So, because I've worked with lots of women in the past.
Yep.
I don't have a problem. I don't really have a problem with any of them except my nemesis, just because she just is like...
She does things weird.
Well, she doesn't know what she's doing, and just like, you're in charge of, just like I said, you're in charge of the computers, but you don't know anything about fucking computers.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know if I told this one, but her computer's acting stupid, slow and everything, and we have a new computer guy, and he's like, oh, I could put in a new hard drive in there, It sounds like you've got it like a, disk one. We should get a solid state in there. It works faster. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of solid state drives. I'll go get one.
Oh yeah.
And it's like all externals.
Backup ones.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not what he wants. And I'll go get them. And yeah, he's like, no, those aren't. Those are not what I want.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was work for me. Anyways.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
Yeah, work was a little bit more interesting this week. We spent 3 days out at in Lytton Lillooet area.
Oh yeah.
There is a section where we have to cross the river.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In a canoe or what?
No, with like cables. Like it's a 1.8 kilometer crossing.
Like in like a... Like you're doing
No, we have to get the cable across somehow.
Oh, I thought you meant you were crossing, like,
no.
physically.
No, we have to get the cable across. So
hook it to a drone.
We spent a couple days doing that.
How did you get it across?
We haven't yet.
Oh, how are you going to get it across?
With a fishing line. So we had a fishing line across, bring rope back across, and then bring the cable across.
So you're going to cast?
That was one of the plans, but it's like 150 meters.
Dude, no way. No fucking way, dude.
To the other.
No way, dude. Tie the fishing line to a golf ball.
Golf ball, yeah.
Drive it across, dude.
I can't really talk about the ways we tried because they were illegal.
Oh, wow. Fun.
So I'm not going to incriminate us in that.
Nice. Illegal. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, we tried a couple days. It was really nice. To get down, so we had to bring rope down from either side. Mm-hmm. But it was super steep on one side and then super steep scree rock slope.
Oh, yeah.
Brambles for days on the other side. That's the side I was on.
Okay.
So I lost... Going through the brambles and underbrush, I lost my walkie-talkie. No idea where it is.
Wow.
It's in there somewhere. It's in the bush somewhere. Yeah, we have to... And you have to, like, bring the rope straight down.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't just weave it around trees and stuff. You have to bring it straight down in the easiest way possible.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, so it was like... I think it was like a K down the hill.
Wow.
And then got to the bottom. There's a road down there.
Oh.
So we were like, oh, well, let's just take this road out. I saw on the maps that you could take it out to a farm.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was 6 kilometers out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was 8K round trip in total from all the walking we did down there.
Oh, my God.
It was
got your steps good. In.
I definitely got my steps in.
Did you consider tying the fishing line to your drone?
We considered it.
Okay.
But that would be illegal.
Oh.
As soon as I put anything on my drone, I'm not allowed to fly it.
Really? Anything?
Anything.
A ribbon?
Because it's 249 grams. As soon as it goes up to 250 grams, I need a license to fly it. And it needs to be registered with Transport Canada, so I actually can't do that.
Okay.
We have looked into hiring a drone pilot
Oh, yeah.
to do it, but because the distance is so far, and he would need to apply for a line of sight permit.
Oh, wow.
Because in order to fly a drone in Canada, you have to be able to see it with your own two eyeballs, not just with a camera.
Oh, wow.
So he would have to apply for an extended line of sight permit and then have a qualified drone pilot on the other side as well.
Oh, wow. Just talking to him, a little to the left,
Yeah.
a little to the right.
Got to find a good landing spot on one side, good landing spot on the other side, because those heavy drones, those will mess you up.
Crazy.
You can't just land those anywhere.
Have you tried to charter a helicopter?
Yes, that's $2,000 an hour.
All right.
So the prints call for helicopter crossing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're trying to do it on the cheap. So a helicopter is $2,000 an hour.
Helicopter crossing, eh?
Yeah.
Dude, that's your time to get in a fucking helicopter flight, dude. Come on.
And we have two of them to do.
Oh, baby. Fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
We tried to play some co-op Risk of Rain 2 in the hotel.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
So, work buddy Matzner in the stream there.
Yeah.
The hotel room that he got was just like an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Separate kitchen, separate bedroom, separate living room, separate
Crazy.
dining room. I was like, holy man, this is literally
He got
just
a
an
suite?
apartment. So we're trying to play Risk of Rain 2 and like the Wi-Fi hub is like right outside his room.
Oh, yeah.
It just kept dropping.
Oh,
It
crazy.
was pretty fun while it lasted. I was playing on my Steam Deck. He was playing. It was like old school LAN party style.
Oh,
He
nice.
was playing on his laptop, same room. It was pretty good, but yeah, it just kept dropping because the internet's so bad.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was essentially work.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
That's good.
Yesterday, went to Rabbit Island.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you walk to
You
it?
could just walk to it. The river is so low right now
Yep.
that you can literally just walk to Rabbit Island
Crazy.
and not get your feet wet at all.
So this is like in the river coming out of our town
Yep, in the Thompson River.
towards between the mergings of the Thompsons towards the Kamloops Lake.
Yep.
There's an island that's
Called Rabbit Island.
not usually accessible.
Yeah, no idea why it's called Rabbit Island, because sometimes it's just fully underwater and everything would just die on it.
gotta give it a name.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've never been there. I've been here for all my life, and I've never gotten to just walk over there.
I've never been there either.
It's, it's just an island.
Wow, look at this island. It's
Yeah.
got vegetation just like in my backyard.
Yeah, except there's a lot of reeds and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's most of the time underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We got to walk over there and just walk around.
Yep.
I'll be publishing a video about that.
Oh,
soonish.
fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mikey someplace.
Mikey someplace. Yeah, not Mikey T someplace.
Yep.
Just Mikey someplace.
Mikey someplace.
I'll try and get that video out today. I don't know.
Nice.
If I will though. Have another video coming out, the rack build, but I need to get
The
some
what
more
build?
footage. Rack, Jeep rack.
Oh, rack build.
We
Okay.
shot so much footage for that, like so much. I think there's like 6 hours of footage.
Holy shit, dude.
that
How
I
do you
went
even wade
through.
through that?
No, it was tough.
I bet.
It was real tough.
I bet.
I was like, all right, well, all this is boring, so because it's just me assembling a rack on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Though the conversation that we have going to Canadian Tire and coming back from Canadian Tire is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So I might separate that out and make just a full video on that
Nice.
because it's pretty interesting.
And who was that with?
Matzner.
Matzner. Very
Matzner
good.
has volunteered to do some camera work for me.
Oh, what a guy.
Yeah.
Legend.
So that's pretty good. I
Yep.
mean, he shot the video for our Patreon stream
Yep.
with us.
Yeah, he sure did.
Learned a lot of stuff about that.
Yes. I had some ideas about that too.
Yeah.
Like, record it separately, but don't. Or maybe just keep that separate camera view as like a separate thing you see on the screen and only use that for editing the video.
Yeah.
Because I know people in the stream were complaining about, like, the camera's moving too much. I can't see what's going on.
Well, it needed to be my camera. His camera needed to be the stationary camera, and he had to use my camera to move around because my camera's got image stabilization, whereas his didn't. So
Well,
it's super shaky and stuff like that.
His will also turn off after 30 minutes because it's not a video camera, too.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot about that. That's for sure.
Yep.
Streamed last night.
Yeah, I know.
I got
That's
home.
crazy.
Well, it was my dad's birthday, so we went out to Nara
Happy
for all you
birthday.
can eat sushi.
That's so stereotypical, dude.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Japanese, so all you can eat sushi. Like, I don't know, probably in January, maybe even in December, we were playing cards at his house because he loves playing cards. So he was like, okay, well, we'll play out some cards.
Yeah.
But, they just play standard card
Like
game
gin
cards.
rummy and shit?
Yeah, like stuff like that. And so we played this one game called Sevens, and I was like, this reminds me of a game that I like.
Oh, yeah?
Which is called Take 5.
Oh, yeah.
Which is played with a custom 104 card deck. Mm-hmm. And and everything's numbered 1 to 104. So there's no duplicate cards. And so I bought that back then, and it took months to arrive because you can't get it in English anymore. It's out of print. So I got it in Dutch. I found 2 copies in Dutch on Amazon.
Oh my god.
So I bought those. They finally arrived, so I gave that to him for his birthday.
Oh yeah.
And so we played last night as well, and
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Was he like, I don't speak Dutch?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But then you were like, you came home,
Yeah.
and you were like,
Came home and I was like, oh, I'll stream a bit.
oh wow.
So I debated on what to play, and it was Luck Be a Landlord.
Yeah, where the fuck did you find this game?
I had been watching people on YouTube play it, and it's essentially a slot machine roguelike.
Yeah.
You have X amount of spins on the slot machine to pay your landlord your rent, and every time you pay him, it goes up. So you have
inflation.
First turn you have 5 symbols in your slot machine, and there's like a cherry, flower, cat, pearl, and a coin. And so each one of those gives you one coin. And so after every spin, you get to add a new symbol to your slot machine. And you can just start making combos. But there's so many symbols you can add.
Yeah.
You can add thieves, which gain money. They take money away from you, but they gain money to their total value. And if you have like a bounty hunter and it lands next to the thief, it'll destroy the thief, and then it'll give you all the money that thief's collected over the time. You can have like ore that just that comes up, and if you have a miner, you can mine that ore and you can get gems out of it. It's pretty complex, but also extremely simple.
I was streaming while you were streaming.
Yeah, you were playing ESO.
I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, but I had your stream up on my other screen so I could see the game.
Yeah.
But not know what was going on.
That must have been very confusing.
I'm like, it's called Luck Be a Landlord, and I'm like, but you're gambling? And then I'm like, is that the rabbit from Terraria on the screen?
Oh my god, that's what one of the guys in chat said as well. Is that the Terraria rabbit?
Yeah, it wasn't not.
Rabbit.
It looked like the Terraria rabbit big time. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on really. And I was like, I can't I'd see you be selecting stuff and I could see there was like writing underneath and it was saying like what they did and stuff, but I'm like, I can't read it to see what was going on.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting to see anyways.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I really enjoyed the time that I did. So every time you pay your rent 12 times, and that gets up to like $777 at the last rent payment, you defeat the landlord on that floor, and then you can go to the second floor. Oh,
you moving on up.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So we defeated the boss, the landlord on the first floor, we defeated the landlord on the second floor, and we're on the third floor now.
Oh, wow. So that whole stream was one game?
No, I lost multiple times.
Oh, okay.
There was one time trying to do floor 3 where I didn't even make rent the first time.
Oh, okay.
Somehow, or maybe it was the second time. I don't know. I lost really quickly.
So it's kind of like Slay the Spire, where it's like if you get what you need, you're good, but if you don't, you're boned.
Yeah. It's a roguelike.
Yeah.
Roguelike rent-paying slot machine.
Is there any carryover between different games? Like, do you unlock
Yeah, you can unlock more symbols and more items
for the next time you play.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like there's just so many. So trying to get like a proper build going on is very difficult. It's
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's extremely luck based whether you're going to get those symbols or not. And it's a slot machine.
These games, man, you love them too much.
I do love them because they're short and simple.
Like,
you can just pick up and play one game.
What was the backpack game you were playing?
Oh yeah, Backpack Hero.
Yeah.
You should play that on stream sometime too.
Yeah.
That game is super fun.
You did play it on stream.
Did I?
Well, yeah, because I saw you doing it. So I must have seen
I must
you
have played it on stream.
Oh, maybe it was on Discord stream.
Oh, yes.
It was
probably on
Discord
Discord stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's still in early access, Backpack Hero, but yeah, they keep adding characters and different ways to do everything. It's super fun. I had a lot of fun.
I don't remember what your build was, but you were decimating everything. When
my build was that was probably the Cleaver build.
Maybe. No, it was like a weird one. You'd never played him before, and it was like, I don't remember what it was, but you were like unbeatable. Anyways, it reminded me when I ruined Slay the Spire for myself, where I played it on like every. How did it work? You got like a relic all the time or something like that, and by the end, like I played through the tower like 10 times, and I literally couldn't die if I tried. It was impossible. So
yeah, when you do those custom games or one of the challenge modes where it's like it's just so easy.
Well, it wasn't easy at first, but then I started getting the combos, and it was like I had the relic I had one card. If you killed something with it, it doubled or it added 5 or something to its attack and whatever.
Yeah.
And I just would save it till I had it as a last attack, and it just was like one-shotting bosses and stuff like that. It was so crazy.
Oh, it was probably the vampire knife, where when you kill some creature with it, it gains power.
Something like that. But I also had duplicated it too, because I got a relic that let you duplicate a card, so I duplicated it. And like it got to be the part where I had like fatigue going on, so I would have it added like 30 cards of just random bullcrap.
Yeah.
But I had it so like I could one card always ended up my hand at the start of the match, and it let you discard like
innate,
yeah. And it was just like, oh my god, I couldn't lose. It was impossible. I literally had to try to lose. So that's cool. Sounds interesting.
I like Slay the Spire, but it's one of those roguelikes where I'll play through it one session and then I'll like try to restart. And I'll be like, now I got 10 cards in my deck. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Some other like games like Dead Cells, I can just keep playing that over and over again, just because it's so action based, and it doesn't really matter. If you die with a good build, you're still gonna have like an okay build at the start,
right?
Whereas with Slay the Spire,
you're a total pleb.
And then I'm like, I guess not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Slay the Spire and Monster Train both do that for me.
Yeah.
Luck Be a Landlord kind of did that a little bit. After like the last session, I was like 5 symbols again, and I'm like, nah. I think I'm done. I've been streaming for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Fine.
Done enough gambling on stream.
Vampire Survivors doesn't do that. Vampire Survivors, I'm always like raring to go again. And same with Brotato.
Yeah, I didn't like Brotato, but
you didn't like Brotato?
Well, I watched you play it, and I just was like, you guys stop moving to shoot. Not interested. I like it when I'm moving and gunning.
Yeah, just pure roguelikes like that. Some of them I can do the reset easy, and some of them I'm just like meh.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't have a Switch. That would have been a good next one for the game club. Would be like Metroid Prime.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Yep. Play anything else?
I mean, just game club.
Okay. I only played Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes, you play a lot of Elder Scrolls Online.
I did. I streamed a lot of it on YouTube. My hours are just going up like crazy. It's good. I'll have those 4,000 hours pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah. But I've been just playing through the story, and I'm enjoying the story. That's kind of the main reason I play ESO. I don't really play it as an MMO. The only time I MMO it up is it's like, I got to do this dungeon. All right, I'll go in Dungeon Finder. Everything else is solo though. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's about the story for me. It's the event. It's the journey, not the destination. Though my destination was to get to this one zone called Craglorn, and I'm there now. So
Craglorn.
Yeah, it's the first like DLC in air quotes.
Oh yeah.
It came out like a month after the game came out, and it was like designed for like max level players in the old system. So it's like a little tougher than the everything else in the game, but not that much tougher. I'm still soloing like group areas and stuff like that. but they just are like really spongy. So I have to
Yeah.
like, rather than killing guys in like 4 seconds, it's taking me like 10 to 15 seconds. So that kind of sucks, but I've never done this area, so I'd like to know what the story is and everything.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, they've added like a ton of different zones to the game since it launched. So once I'm through that, I'll just continue. I'm doing it in like release order of all the zones and stuff. So I have like in my quest log, there's like 15 quests of all like the starter quests for every DLC. Because if you go into a city, everyone runs up to you like, "Hey, hero, I've got a quest for you." So I just got sick of them all yelling at me, so I just accepted them all and just ignored them in my... Because otherwise I'd be fucking just continually, having them yell at me.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, good.
And the hours are just piling up.
Piling up. Let's go.
I mean, in this last 28 days, I think it says it's 600 viewed hours or something like that.
Nice.
So, pretty good.
Nice.
So, keep this up. It'll be month or two and I'll be all done.
Get monetized on YouTube.
And make my 2 cents.
Hello.
Can't wait.
That'll be amazing.
Finally.
It'd just be amazing making any money off YouTube.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway.
I mean, once you do get to that level, like monetization in YouTube doesn't just unlock monetization for like advertising, it also unlocks like memberships on the channel, which are like subs on Twitch.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
YouTube's different where you can like set how much you want to charge per level.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting that really to be a thing, but
yeah.
It's just, it's just cool. It's just cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. I'm into it.
Yeah. I don't think I played anything else really.
I didn't see you play anything else. It's always just ESO.
Yeah, basically.
I'm like, Curb's not on Twitch right now. And then I see you playing Elder Scrolls Online on Discord. It's like, oh, okay, well, we'll go over there.
Yeah,
we'll go over to YouTube.
Yeah. I just been trying to get the hours up. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, anyways.
For sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's about it for me.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian.
Yes.
We watched it.
4, 3, 4? 3, 4?
4, I think. Maybe? Yeah, because 3 was the Amnesty Program episode.
Yeah, oh my god. So, with that one, I read online that they're saying that maybe that's the guy that engineers Snoke from, like, The Force Awakens.
Oh?
Because he's, like, supposed to be a genetically modified dude.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy is working on, is genetic modifications. So they're thinking that maybe his something to do with Snoke.
Interesting.
But I was like, I don't care about that, so whatever. So unless Snoke becomes like... But yeah, maybe they're going to do more with Snoke in The Mandalorian to make him actually like, oh wow, Snoke was something. Because in the movies, it's just like, who's this decrepit old fuck?
Yeah,
and then just Kylo kills him. It's like, that... What?
Yeah, right?
So... Maybe he'll be interesting after that. But yeah, Mandalorian episode 4.
Oh, I'll say...
The Foundling?
Yeah, The Foundling. I'll say first that I bought... I don't know if I already own it, but it was only $5 on Steam. Force Awakens? Not Force Awakens.
Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order.
It's on Game Pass. Because you get EA access with Game Pass.
Okay.
But that's okay. $5
it was only
is
$5, so I was
it's a good price.
I'll buy it.
It's a good price.
Just in case I don't have it. It's right here.
It's a good price.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. I definitely want to give it a go-see.
Yeah.
The Foundling.
The Foundling, yeah.
This was a whole lot of kind of nothing.
So, typical Mandalorian fashion, this show, man.
This was more of a nothing episode, more of a story building, backstory building episode than anything, really.
The writing really drives me crazy in this show.
I wasn't overly a fan of this episode.
It's better than the last episode.
I liked the last episode better.
It's so weird.
I really like that in this episode, Bo-Katan is really, really exploring her roots more and is like getting back into that kind of cult of the Mandalorian. You can see
she's trying to get back to be the queen of Mandalore.
Yeah,
because she's like, what if I told you I saw the mythosaur? That name though, dude, that gives me big time shades of like unobtainium in Avatar. Right? Oh, this is a mythical beast called the mythosaur. Okay, cool. But it starts off like the Mandalorian is like making Grogu into a Mandalorian. It's like he's got to do some training, you know? He's got to follow the way. So he's going to have a dart battle with the kid, and the kid's just like, he's too small, I'll kick the shit out of him. And they have their dart battle, and then Grogu wins, of course. Does a Yoda flip, which looked kind of funny to me.
I mean, they're doing it with puppets, so
yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure nothing Grogu does is CG.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was laughable, though.
Yeah, it was a little bit funny, but, you know, you flipping puppets around, it tends to look weird.
So then the kid's like, oh, shucks, I got beat, and he goes to Emote by the river or whatever, and a dinosaur flies in and bites him and carries him away or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the second time right by this fucking water they're getting attacked by creatures.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are they doing? So they're like, let's go chase them, and they chase them in their little jetpacks, and they sputter out. They can't catch up to them, and Bo-Katan is like all, you know, in her spaceship. So she goes to, you know, pick up the trail of the baddie. And as they're flying, one of the guys says like something to the effect of like, we can't go up there or whatever,
Blasting.
because he'll eat the Mandalorian kid or whatever. Like, this is what's happened before. And I'm like, before? This isn't the first time this has happened?
Yeah, right.
What are you guys doing? Oh my god. So he went and ate a little baby Mandalorian.
Yeah.
They went to rescue him. It ate him. That's okay.
We'll stay here.
We'll stay here and we'll just let him stay. He can live. It's fine. I'm just like, these guys, they're making these guys look like fucking buffoons.
Yeah.
Though I did enjoy when they were making Grogu his armor. There's a little chest piece, whatever, cod piece. And he has a flashback. Like, he's an infant. I don't know how he remembers anything, but he does.
Oh, he's an infant, but he's 100 years old.
Yeah, but like, infants don't retain their infantile memories.
Infant humans?
Okay, well, that's my only frame of reference.
I know.
But he has a flashback of like Order 88 or whatever?
Yeah, Order 88.
No, it can't be called 88. Order 44? It can't be 88, dude. It cannot be 88. It's got Order 44 or something like that.
Order 76?
Yeah, that might. It's not. It's
Protocol
not
76?
It's not 88. It's not 88. If it's 88, they fucked up.
Oh, it's Order 76.
76.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, they're like, get the child. They already knew that he was going to be the best Jedi of all time. I don't know. And then he gets rescued by, I can't remember his name in the game. In the game, the show.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what his name would have
But do you know who that was?
been. Well, I mean, I recognize the actor.
As
I don't know.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy that played Jar Jar.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So they got him back to play this guy.
Oh, that's cool.
He was in a scene of one of the prequels, like he's walking in the background as a crowd as a Jedi, but the rumor is like he was just like stand-in for Mace Windu.
Oh.
Or something like that. But yeah, it's Ahmed Best, I think his name is.
Yeah, Ahmed Best.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. I like that because he got a lot of shit for Jar Jar.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he didn't write that terrible role. He just got a job to do it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was cool. He's not a particularly good actor, though. His lines were just a little bit like, oh, yeah, okay. But it was cool, though, that he's sort of like, you know, part of Star Wars after all the shit that he had to deal with Jar Jar, you know?
Redemption arc.
But it's like, can they rescue what's his name that played Anakin? No.
The kid?
The kid.
I don't think so.
He's on too many drugs.
Yeah, he hasn't been in anything.
Yeah, but they couldn't even give him a part because he's probably got face tattoos and shit now. But it was cool that so that was the thing too, is like, is Jar Jar going to be in The Mandalorian? Because like he left in a Naboo fighter or a new Naboo ship.
Yeah, right.
With Grogu. Like, are we going to see Jar Jar or something like that?
I highly doubt it.
I mean, they seem to like to do that with these shows. Like
they definitely do.
They're like bringing in all the prequel actors and shit. Like they're, you know, reusing them and stuff like that. So, I mean, Jar Jar's part of Star Wars, like it or not.
Yes.
So who knows?
It's true.
They already got Ahmed Best in the show. They're paying him.
You can just roll him over.
Yeah, just put on your Jar Jar Binks voice and say like, Misa save Grogu. So it could be. But I know like all these scenes are like action scenes, whatever.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't know. The action scenes are just so, you have to, as I was watching it, I'm like, fuck, I really have to suspend my disbelief in this movie, like these shows, to be like, why did they let the space dinosaur bite another kid? And then the kid swallowed whole and gets puked up alive.
For the babies?
For the babies. Not even like unconscious.
Yeah.
He's just like, ugh, I'm all slimy. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. But then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just need to suspend my disbelief because I say
Suspend it harder.
I say this all the time about horror movies. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
So it's like, what am I expecting? Like, this is going to be some cinematic masterpiece here?
No, it's just campy Star Wars.
Yeah, I gotta lower my bar. But like Andor raised my bar so high that it kind of sucks for Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't my favorite episodes. I mean, them pulling like the baby raptors out of the ship. I'm like, how did you get them in there?
Yeah,
that ship is not that large.
They're pretty big too. Yeah.
You guys just like all squish in there? What the hell?
Yeah.
And they're like biting and nipping like give me some food.
Yeah, like as if they wouldn't have just thrown them into the water.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, yeah, I just I don't know. The whole Mandalorian culture just seems so dumb to me. Like, that's the other thing too, is like, okay, they go to do this thing. They're like, we'll camp out down here and we'll go up later in the day. We're going to spend the night out here. Yeah. And she's like to the Mando, like, how do you eat when people are around with your mask? And he's like, oh, you don't. You go off in the fucking darkness and go eat by yourself. And so she gets up to leave and the guy's like, no, you're the leader of this expedition. You get the honor of sitting by the fire. And I'm just like, wouldn't anyone finish eating, coming back, see her face?
That's what I was thinking too.
Like, what is this? What are they doing? Like,
they all have to like,
they have to wait, and she's like, hey, I'm done, come on back, I'm done eating, it's cool.
Yeah, they all just radio check, put their helmets back on, radio check, done, yep, we're done.
Good Lord, man. Yeah, they're just making up the whole Mandalorian culture as they go, and it's not really working for me.
They probably are. Yeah,
they definitely are.
This definitely wasn't one of my favorite episodes by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, it was about the same as any other one I've seen, really, to me.
Yeah, but that was that episode of Mando.
Yeah,
nothing really happens.
No,
there's a little backstory here, a little backstory.
I enjoyed the backstory part the most.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Because as I was watching, I'm like, holy shit, it's Jar Jar. That's crazy. So, I didn't really watch anything else except American Dad, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But I was like, you know what? I never finished Rings of Power. I should go back and finish Rings of Power.
Yeah.
And I started watching an episode where they were in their little village or whatever, and the orcs were coming.
Yep.
And Bronwyn is there, and the elf guy's there, and then he kicks down the tower, and somehow they rigged it up that if he kicked a rock, it would knock the whole tower down. Or no, he shot an arrow and it knocked the whole tower down on the orcs. And then he kicked a rock off the edge and it drew a log and blocked them in with the door.
Yep.
And then they go back to the town and they're rallying the troops and like, we got arrows and we'll fight them all. And, you know, they fight them and then it's like they're not actually orcs. It's all the humans that like...
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, we were killing ourselves. And then they go in the inn and they're like all scared and whatever. And I just was like, man, fuck this show. And I just stopped watching. I was like, this episode is terrible.
I liked it all.
I had to stop watching. It was just bad. I don't know what it was, but I just was like, oh my God, this is so stupid. It was when they were like doing the Rambo on Bronwyn's wounds and she's bleeding from her arrow. And she's like, seeds. And then the elf takes his vial of seeds out and mixes it with her blood and puts it on the wound. And then they burn the wound. I just was like, what are they even doing? And I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm not watching anymore.
You couldn't suspend your disbelief hard enough.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was just like, what is this? Is so dumb.
Yeah, a lot of people hated that show.
I liked most of the episodes up to this point, but at that point, I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah,
So-
there's a lot of hate for that show. that's
I
for
liked
sure.
Galadriel, and I liked Elrond, and like
Yeah.
whatever Glowing or whatever the dwarf's
The
name
dwarf?
was. I liked all that stuff, but this episode was like stupid. I don't know. I like Bronwyn, but I don't know. This episode was bad. Maybe it's just this episode or
Yeah,
something.
it could just be.
I should go back and watch the other ones because there's only like 2 left after this or something like that. So I may as well do it.
Yeah, that's pretty late in the game.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
late in the
know.
show. Yeah, they're talking about like rebooting the entire thing. I'm
They
like,
should.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like I don't know. It didn't go well.
It definitely didn't go well. I mean, I like the entire thing, but yeah, I'm definitely not in the majority on that one.
Yeah. I also saw when I was on Prime. Like I never finished watching The Wheel of Time, but that's even worse than the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Like I like the Wheel of Time books and everything, but like that show when I was watching it, I was like, holy fuck, this is just bad, just terrible. So
Unfortunate.
yeah. I guess I'll finish it off. See, I mean, I already know the twist and everything, so I got spoiled somewhere along the way about what's his name, that the human guy that was with Galadriel and everything.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks that I know what's happening, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what else sucks?
No.
There are pre-pill out there who have not gone to patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
That's true.
For just $1 a month, you can help support this podcast and get access to all of the bonus features. There is an hour so far of bonus content that you won't get to listen to unless you are subscribed to the Patreon. You also get access to this podcast early on Sunday night. When we're done recording it and I'm done editing it. It goes right up there with the bonus content. You can listen to it early instead of having to listen to it on Wednesday, which is when you're probably listening to this right now.
Pleb hours.
Pleb hours.
Yep.
You get access to all of our bonus content videos as well.
Yep.
We've only done 2, but we're still thinking about the next one. We don't know what to do.
It's like
yet.
we have jobs.
Yeah, it's like we have jobs and lives outside of
Yeah.
just making content.
If
It'd be
only.
nice. It'd be nice if all we had to do was make content, but at this moment in time,
Yeah, step up your Patreon game.
yeah, just $1 a month. You can get in
Yep.
there. You can throw money at the screen. You can support this podcast
Yep.
and these 2 content creators
Yes.
with your hard-earned dollar dues.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you to all our
of you
patrons.
who are out there who have done
I
so.
can't list all their names right now.
No, me neither, because I'm bad at remembering.
Yeah, I don't want to say a few because then I will not say them all. So I'm not going to say
Yeah.
any.
Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
System Shock remake.
Never
May
heard of
30th,
it.
PC release date
Never heard of it.
after a successful demo.
Never heard of it.
What do you classify as a successful demo?
Well, the people go like, I like that. I'd like to
guess.
play that. Not like, oh, that was terrible.
I did start to play the latest demo release,
Yep.
but it's literally just the first demo, but with more storyline.
Yeah. I watched a Grimbeard on YouTube. He did a whole thing about the System Shock demo because that's like one of his favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And how he's, he really is wanting to play this game and he's into it big time. So I was like, I'll watch your video. I don't need to play the demo.
Yeah.
So it looks like I will enjoy this one.
Yeah, I mean, we do it for Game Club.
No, I
'Cause
can't
it's
afford it.
level-based.
I can't afford it. I can't afford it.
Can't afford it?
No, can't afford it.
It's $20.
Sorry, can't afford it.
It's
DoorDash. That's
it's
a DoorDash.
probably more than that.
That's a DoorDash.
That's one
right
DoorDash.
there.
Can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it.
Too busy playing ESO. I got to DoorDash
exactly.
all my food.
Exactly. So you were like, it's just more storyline. I am not going to play this demo.
Yeah, it's the exact same. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
with more storyline and more audio logs and stuff like that.
So like the way this article is written, the title is like, well, like if it was badly received, would they have been like, oh, let's delay the game, cancel it outright?
I doubt it.
I think it's just a
think
poorly
it's-
written title.
I think it's just a poorly written title. Yeah, they raised $1.35 million on Kickstarter. Hello,
Nice.
back in 2016. So it's
Yep.
been a while.
Oh yeah, they've been working for a
They've been
while
working
on it.
and yeah, it's going to come out. I'm going to give them money.
Yep, we knew this.
Yeah.
Can we get a hype rating on this one?
Yeah.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8.
Wow! Whoa, that is exponentially high. That's
I'm
crazy.
going to give it an 8. I'm pretty hyped for this game.
It's usually hype level 0.
Well, I've already played the demo, so I already know it's going to be good.
Okay.
And I played it a while ago, and it was good a while ago, like 3 years ago.
So
was good
does it
still.
control like a modern game?
Yes.
Okay.
You can WASD a mouse, but there is, when I was playing the demo, there's a little bit of delay, like mouse smoothing going on or some stuff.
Because I seem to remember that System Shock originally was like,
oh, it was very hard
to turn, and then you would use the mouse to aim, but you couldn't turn the screen with it.
Yeah, you would have to I think you would hit Alt or something like that to enable mouse aiming.
Yeah,
and so you could either move or you could aim around with your mouse. And
Terrible.
I don't think it was WASD. I think it was arrow keys.
Terrible.
Because this game came out so long ago before the standard was set to use WASD.
Yeah.
Or it might have been used WASD.
But I'm pretty sure it was like you couldn't do. It was like GoldenEye aiming.
Yeah. You had your inventory up on the screen at all times on the bottom. The screen
wow,
was
that was just
small.
to prevent it having to render more video,
for sure.
so to save memory.
Yeah, it was tough to play, but I played it in this very house.
Yep.
In the room that is currently my bedroom on a 386 PC.
Oh my god, turbo depressed for sure.
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
It was a great time.
Yeah, I'll be I've never played System Shock, but I've played its spiritual sequels.
BioShock. Yep.
So I'm excited to go back to see where it came from.
Yeah, and this
even Deus Ex, I guess you consider it's like a spiritual sequel kind of.
For sure.
Yeah.
But this remake, the maps are all like block based. Mm-hmm. So you one sector has a block and it's just got the blocky things in it, and it's really cool.
Yep.
It's really cool. I really like it. So it's like how Wolfenstein is done, where it's like a single block per. It's like a grid map, I guess.
Yeah, it's like Minecraft.
Yeah.
As an aside, I will say that one of the suggested games for Next Game Club was Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, I think I have that.
We'll have to take a peek and see, because that might not be a bad choice. So we'll keep everybody abreast.
Yes.
A titty.
You can't say that.
I just did.
Oh, well, okay. Next up, Twitch bans popular streamer's cute emote for inciting abuse.
Yes. This was an article on Kotaku.
Yep.
Streamer named what? Chica? She has a little chicken emote, bird emote, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Chocobo emote? I don't know.
It's some kind of cute bird with its big anime eyes and pouty lips.
Oh, I thought it was tongue.
Oh no, it's a tongue sticking out.
Okay, and it's got the L on the fingers and the L on the forehead.
Yeah,
like the song says. So it was said, you can't use this remote. It's for being used for abusive things, i.e. like taunting people, I guess. And it's like, well, it's like no, it's like the cutest emote you'll ever see. Like there's nothing wrong with it really. Yeah. But Twitch does have a rule against emotes that have a letter, small individual letter on them. You can't have an emote that just says L, for example. Yeah. So some people are thinking it might be just a crackdown on emotes that have single letters on them, because the L on the fingers could be taken as an L, Yeah.
A lot of other streamers have had their W's, their win emotes taken down, their L emotes taken down, their F emotes taken down.
So it's okay if it's got two letters, but you can't have one letter in it.
Yeah.
But I don't see how two letters is any better than.
It's a lot harder to. I guess as to your point in the pre-show, we were talking about being able to make offensive words.
Yeah.
With emotes.
But I've seen emotes on Twitch where it's like one Twitch emote is CO and then the next one is CK, and it's just like cocks being spammed in the chat.
Yeah, I mean that's mildly offensive, I guess.
It's harder to
harder to bully with cocks.
No. I was gonna say it's harder to moderate with emotes.
Yeah,
because you can't set up an automatic emote filter that's saying bad words.
Yeah,
like you can with just regular words. So I see why they're doing it, but it's just you could barely say this was an L, really.
Yeah, it's like a wing, a partitioned wing of the little bird.
Yeah, it's like the bird leaves. I mean feathers.
Yeah.
So I knew you couldn't do individual letters on Twitch, but I forgot and I uploaded an F emote.
Yeah.
And whatever it was. This was a while ago, and a week later it's no, it's been declined because you can't have an individual letter as an emote.
Yeah.
That's not what this emote was said to be the problem of. It said it actually was reported to be it's bullying or whatever. So I don't know if they're just using that as an excuse to get rid of letter emotes or what.
Maybe.
But
Could do an
Who knows?
EFF emote.
But how could a
F.
W one be? Like, what was it reported as? W emote. I don't think it says in the article.
No, it doesn't. It just says this other streamer had her
W1.
W or L and her F taken away.
Is my WTF emote okay?
Yeah, it's 3 letters.
Yeah, but it says what the fuck.
Yes.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
You just can't have an L.
Perfect.
You just can't call people losers, but you can say what the fuck.
You're not allowed to call them losers anymore. You can't call them a simp. You can't call them
You just can't call them anything.
Virgin. You can't call them a simp or virgin or a loser.
Yeah.
Damn. No one's going to be able to be on Twitch anymore.
No, I know. You can't F in chat either.
It's a loser safe space. You can type F in chat.
No, but you can't do it with an emote.
No. Never could. Never could.
No.
That's why BTTV exists.
Yeah, I suppose so. Next up.
Yep.
Judge dismisses gamers' claim that Microsoft-Activision merger will spoil games.
Yeah, this was of course. Anyways, the they're saying that a typical, like, you know, because Sony or Microsoft is going to own Activision, it's going to increase prices and reduce competition and blah 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 blah. And the judge was like, "You have to prove that it's going to do this.
Yeah,
like, you've offered no evidence that's going to happen." The lawyer is deluded in this case for the plaintiffs. He's saying like, "Oh, we like this result because now we know exactly what we need to prove to the judge to get this to go forward." Because they have 20 days to, like, refute it, you know?
Yeah.
And the judge needs to see actual proof how it's going to do it or whatever. But, like, what proof could you show? Like, is there proof? Could you bring up
They would have to have, like, some sort of historic precedent.
Yeah, and,
where
like, is
another
there?
large company bought another large company in gaming.
Yeah.
And it wrecked the industry.
I mean, you could make cases that Microsoft has bought companies and, like, ruined them. Like, they've bought lots of products where it's like, wow, Microsoft bought Skype. What's Skype? Like, no one knows what Skype is anymore.
Well, no, because Discord came out.
Yeah, but, like, Skype could have been the number one thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, yeah, I don't
It
know.
was the number one thing.
It was the number one thing in the world. Like, we would Skype all the time.
Yeah.
We were playing World of Warcraft together.
And then it was
it was free. It worked.
And then Microsoft bought it and fucked it up.
We didn't have to pay for a server.
Yep.
Did they though? Did they fuck it up?
Yeah, they did.
What'd they do?
They bought it and tried to put it in MSN. Like the Messenger.
Didn't they? Where's MSN?
That's gone. It's gone.
You still get Skype on your PC though.
Yeah, but no one's like, Skype me later.
No, because everyone's like Discord. All the gamers have switched to Discord.
Yeah, and then everyone's using
for gaming.
What's the other one that everyone uses? Yeah, Zoom.
Everyone else is on Zoom because you don't have to install anything.
And what do your grandparents use? Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think they wrecked it. I just don't think that they did anything with it.
The same thing, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Same thing, dude.
They didn't do enough with it to get it to the status that it needed to be. To get it to it out in the masses.
But the status, it was already number one.
It was number one, but then things changed, and they didn't do enough with it to
the things that changed with Microsoft was bought it and shit the bed with it. Anyways, in the gaming space, like, what could you point to? Microsoft bought Bethesda, and now Starfield is not going to be on PlayStation?
I guess.
Okay.
That's one thing you could point to, I guess.
Could you not point to Sony buying... or not even buying, just paying Square Enix to prevent Final Fantasy from being on anything but PlayStation?
Yeah, you could point to that as well.
But that's anti-Microsoft one there.
I know.
I guess they could use that as evidence that showing, like, gaming companies would do that.
Yeah.
But you know that whoever is doing these lawsuits, they're, like, Sony fanboys.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that's what's going on. I mean, yeah, maybe. Okay. I mean, I've said it. I said it a million times on here that Microsoft would not put Call of Duty on PlayStation if they got it, and they wouldn't have if it went through with no problem. Now they're signing all these deals with, like, Nintendo, like, we'll do 10 more years of Call of Duty on Switch or whatever.
Yeah.
I still say it's just Warzone, but who knows, right?
I say it's the whole thing, but we'll find out.
Well, for 10 years they're going to have to, but after 10 years, who knows? Because there are all these deals. Well, Sony won't sign the deal.
Yeah.
So maybe they won't have Call of Duty. Maybe this will fuck them out of Call of Duty.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I can't really think of any purchase like this where it's sort of screwed over for gamers.
No, there really isn't any that I can think of.
I mean, I can think of Microsoft buying Bungie for Halo.
Yep.
But that didn't do anything like increase the pricing and reduce competition or whatever.
No.
If anything, like that increases competition because now they got to make their own.
Yeah.
So like for a long time, Microsoft had the number one FPS. Halo was it on console.
Yeah.
And then Activision came. Call of Duty stepped up their game. They're number one.
Stepped up their Call of Duty game to a multiplayer situation.
Yeah. I mean, there was multiplayer back in the day, but...
but it was like...
It was just not the same.
It wasn't the same.
So, I say it increases like creativity and competition.
Yeah, I think it does as well. I mean, I don't think it's going to wreck anything, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so.
It's just, big companies getting bigger.
Yeah, if anything, that's the bad part. But
yeah.
Is it... I don't know. It's not like they're having a monopoly on video games.
No. Everyone's got video games.
Yeah.
There's no monopoly. You can't monopolize it.
Yeah. The only monopoly that was going on for gaming was Sony had MLB, the show.
Yeah.
And Major League Baseball was like, no, you have to get it on every system. We don't want it just on Sony anymore.
Yeah.
So now Sony has MLB on Xbox. But it used to be by Sony Santa Monica, but they changed the studio's name.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Sony in it anymore. Because when I started up MLB 2K21 or whatever, it had a different name. I think it just says Santa Monica Studio now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't want the Sony name on the Xbox. Microsoft would be fine with it. It's just Sony didn't want to do it.
Yeah. That's classic Sony right there.
I love that the MLB games come up on Game Pass. I could play it for free as part of Game Pass, but if I owned a PlayStation, it's like, I gotta buy it. It's so weird. Like, maybe it's coming to the PlayStation version of Game Pass. I don't know, but I don't think so, because no first-party Sony games go onto their thing right away.
They don't, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know, like, why... anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways. Hopefully it'll go through.
Yeah.
Because I'd love all Activision games to be on Game Pass.
That'd be great.
World of Warcraft on Game Pass.
Let's go.
Not going to happen.
No. No. Canadian judge, actually, rejects unlawful gambling accusation in EA loot box lawsuit.
Yeah. This was in BC, actually.
Yeah, so this is definitely gonna set a precedence for Canadian loot boxes where it's like, no, it's not gambling.
So the lawsuit was like against EA and says, they're doing gambling with these loot boxes and they're doing deceptive practice, all the usual stuff that they say. But the judge is like, no, there's no monetary value to these. You can't cash them out. It's not gambling. You're getting random items in this game. Again, is it gambling? Yeah. Because it's a game of chance, right?
Yeah, it's a game of chance.
But there's no monetary gain to it. And they said, like, oh, you can sell them on a third-party website. Well, they're like that. Yeah, but you can't do it through EA. Like, that's something you're doing against the terms of service.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gambling. And I was like, you can trade that shit in those games? I thought once you open a loot box, it was just...
Yeah, I thought it was like that, too.
But maybe it's different in, like, the football game, FIFA and stuff. Maybe you can trade the players that you get in the packs or something. I don't know. But yeah, they have no monetary value. They are, what you're getting more or less. You're getting a random chance for players. You can earn them in game with in-game currency. I mean, obviously slowly, because they don't want you to get them too fast, because they do want you to pay. Mikey T's nodding his head at me. He agrees.
Yeah, you can trade players between other players.
Okay, so in that way, but.
Maybe you can't. Maybe you can trade players into the store and with a chance of getting an upgraded player.
Oh, okay. But there's still no way to draw your money out of the system once you've put your money in. It's not like you could open a pack and be like, I got a platinum player that's worth $5 if I sell it to the store.
It looks like you can transfer FUT coins by trying to sell or buy items well above or below the average coin price, either you or your friends. So you can buy and sell items. I don't know how it works. I'd have to research it a lot more.
Yeah,
than I'm going to
I
right
don't
now.
think you really can, though. I don't really see that being something they allow, but maybe you can trade them straight across in the game, and they're using third-party sites to, like, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the judge said no and threw it out.
Yeah.
It's weird that this was... if I was a lawyer in Canada, I would never file this case, because, like, Canada has very, like, tough laws for finding, like, there's, like, high bar to get a lawsuit to go through.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think, like, in the States, okay, it's icy, you slip on the sidewalk, you break your leg, you sue, you get money. In Canada, it's like, no, that's part of living here. You might fall down when you're walking on a sidewalk. Like, that's what happened to my coworker when she fell on the unshoveled sidewalk.
Yeah.
She talked to a lawyer, and they're like, no, you are
Canadian. It's
Canadian.
part of living here.
You might fall walking on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything. So, I mean, the lawyer will take the job, obviously, if they're like, we'll pay for the lawsuit and do it.
Yeah.
But the lawyer's like, we're not going to win anything. So there's no point.
But as long as you pay me, I'll try.
Yeah. So we had, like, same thing with, and our judgments are way smaller here too.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
in the States, it's like hot coffee on your crotch, $50 million.
Yeah.
Hot coffee on your crotch here, $5,000.
Yeah.
So it's not even really worth doing it, you know?
Yeah, they really discourage it.
But, I mean, against a personal, like, single entity, okay, that's good, I guess. But against a corporation, it's like, okay, maybe we should allow it a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Just keep the corporations in check.
Well, what's my... $5,000 fine? Well, why don't we give you $10,000 in McDonald's gift cards instead? Like, it's nothing to us.
I'll give you, $15,000 and you just never do this again.
Exactly. So, anyways. Yeah, it is gambling, but it's also not gambling.
Yeah. And the judge says you can go ahead with your deceptive practices.
Yeah, even that
class
one,
action.
though, like, what's the deceptiveness about it? I guess maybe not knowing the percentage chance of getting something in a pack.
I think it's law now, though. You have to disclose that.
I know you do in some places. I don't know if that's in Canada.
Yeah, I guess not, eh?
I don't know if it is. I mean, I'm trying to think of any game mode I'd do that. Okay, Elder Scrolls Online. It does tell you what your chances are of getting a rare item in a box. And then Apex, I think it says the percentages.
Yes, Apex says it's the
it?
percentages of what.
But you
how to
don't
get
have
what.
you don't have a percentage per individual item.
No.
Just if
'Cause
it's going to be
I think
legendary.
the individual item is random.
And you know what one that does do it? Not that it costs any money to do it. Warframe.
Yeah.
It's every fucking item in the game. It shows you
percentile chance.
It shows you the chance. You can look and it shows you the chance of of any item you want to get.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Like
It's
just
cool, though.
thousands of items.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Warframe has a ton of stuff.
And it's in every type of game mode. So if it's like, oh, the chances are this in an extraction and they're this in like this mode.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous.
I mean, the min-maxing nerds love that stuff, though.
Oh yeah, especially when you're like looking for specific items or whatever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I guess you can buy some of those items on the store and you can trade them in game for money, but nothing's really... You can't buy a loot pack in Warframe.
No.
It's everything is set. I guess the closest to it that you would get is if you buy a relic to open in a mission.
Yeah.
But you're buying the relics. You're not buying the item in the relic. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been nice if it went through, though. I'd like my class action check on that, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I probably bought a single loot box from an EA game. Actually... Mass Effect, maybe. I bet you I bought one in Mass Effect 3.
Loot boxes in Mass Effect 3?
Yeah, for the multiplayer. You can get like different weapons and shit like that.
Okay.
So you probably started with your like free 300 credits or something like that. So I probably bought something with that, you know?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Other than that, have I ever paid for a loot box? Not directly. Like in Elder Scrolls Online, you get your ESO Plus subscription. They give you crowns every month, which is the premium currency. And I have used that to buy some crates before, but I never bought a crate directly. I guess the closest would be in Hearthstone. I have bought a few, like, pack thingies or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I've bought quite a few packs in Hearthstone.
I bought, like, 10 packs, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to be like, there's a sale on it, or you get a bonus if you do it.
Oh, maybe
or
I haven't
whatever.
bought any packs.
I bought them with in-game gold and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I bought lots with in-game currency, but I spent actual money when it would be like a deal or something like that when I was playing.
No, I don't think I've actually bought packs with real money, like to get gold in that game. I think I've just gotten gold so I could draft.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think
COD doesn't really have any loot boxes in their current Warzone thing. It's
I mean,
just you buy this pack and it has all this stuff.
Yeah. There's a few Apex packs I saw cracked on stream.
I guess EA's Apex, eh?
Oh, that's right. I don't think I bought any, but you did.
Yeah, I bought tons.
Yeah, I don't think I bought any for Apex. I think I only ever opened the ones that are got in the game.
Yeah.
I bought the characters and everything, but
yeah.
I mean, that,
I bought a ton just to get everything out of that pack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. You knew what you were getting.
I knew what I was getting.
You weren't even buying packs. It was just like, let's get this heirloom.
Yeah, we're just gonna buy all the packs to get the heirloom.
Yeah.
Easy.
Exactly.
Easy pay to win.
Yeah. I don't know. Just don't really hold appeal to me.
No, me neither.
There are things in the packs though. I'd be like, damn, it'd be sick to have that, but it's like I'm not.
Yeah.
What's my chance of getting it? 1%? 0.5%?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I guess technically I was cracking packs on Luck Be a Landlord last night.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Every time you spin, you get a chance of 3 items.
Yeah, but
that's just the roguelike way though.
You didn't pay any money for that though.
No, just the game.
Just in-game currency.
In-game.
That's the way I like it.
Speaking of in-game currency.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Counter-Strike 2.
What are the in-game
There was a lot of leaks happening about Counter-Strike 2, and Valve was just like, okay, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, end of summer 2023.
But what's the in-game currency? Keys?
Huh?
Keys?
Yeah, keys. Keys for crates.
Yeah.
And cracking all those crates, trying to get big money skins.
So, like, do you get to take your Counter-Strike 1 stuff into this game?
I imagine you can.
Oh, I would hope so.
I imagine you can. I was watching Wubby do some crack packing on his highlight
These
channel.
are new games. That's the new gambling right there on Twitch.
It's super gambling on that. I found out that you can only spend $2,000 a day in the Counter-Strike store.
They limit it to $2,000?
To $2,000 a day.
That seems like a high amount still.
So he bought 2 packs of every pack he could possibly get.
Oh yeah.
And he opened up skins worth $75 after spending $2,000.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
That was funny.
But yeah, Counter-Strike 2, 2023.
Yep.
I mean, okay, cool. I'm not going to play Counter-Strike 2.
I am not either. I'm just not into Counter-Strike anymore. Yeah. But the Source 2 tools and everything, the overhaul to the Source 2 engine, everyone's just been like, oh my god. Like CSGO right now is seeing its most concurrent players ever, and it just keeps going up and up and up because everyone's just hyped to play Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah. I think I saw a video of them showing off some of the new effects and stuff that'll be in with the smoke and stuff like that.
Yeah, volumetric smoke
Looked
particles.
very cool.
Yeah.
It could be interesting. But I've never played Counter-Strike. I've watched Counter-Strike and it's just like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Just does not look like fun to me.
I played a lot of Counter-Strike when I was a twitchy teenager.
Yeah.
But I just don't have that. Like, the time to kill is just so low that I just don't have the skill to do that anymore.
Old man reflexes.
God, I can only play
so
Apex
sad.
now.
You need something where you got to hit them a few times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where you have a chance of getting out of the way and returning fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Counter-Strike's just like, oh, headshot, dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Valorant, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I can't play Valorant either.
You take a few hits in Valorant.
Yeah, it's the time to kill is a little bit higher by like microseconds than Counter-Strike. You take a couple hits, but still headshots, instant death. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a surprise. I didn't think that they would ever do Counter-Strike 2. I thought CSGO was just going to be it and they would just keep updating that.
Nah.
But Counter-Strike 2, that's going to happen.
They'll do. And next up, Team Fortress 3. They'll be doing that after Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing that big update that we talked about not too long ago about with Team Fortress.
But now it's Source Engine 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then next up, Half-Life 3?
No.
No?
No.
Half-Life 2 Episode 3?
Maybe. Maybe they'll do episode 3.
Maybe they'll finally get Episode 3 out?
Half-Life 2 episode 3?
Yeah.
I doubt it. They need something bigger to show off rather than the Source 2. Because Source 2 is just an updated Source. They would need like a huge engine overhaul to do another Half-Life.
Okay.
Or some crazy tech upgrade.
Just like a control that goes in your ass, and then it'll be like Half-Life 3 time?
It's going to be when
control
they
with your prostate?
No, it'll be like full-on mind control, whereas you just go into like the VR nerve system.
Oh, I see.
And that'll be like Half-Life 3 or Half-Life Alyx 2 or some shit.
And if you die in the game, you die in real life?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, crazy, bro. Be crazy, bro.
Yeah. That'll be the only time they do that.
Okay.
I think.
We'll see.
Yes. Valve is also warning people against scams offering limited test access for Counter-Strike 2. They're not doing that. So if you get an email from Valve going like, "Hey, you want to do this limited test access for Counter-Strike 2?" Don't do it.
Why is it called a limited test? Why would they make up some new like scam word? Why wouldn't they just call it a beta?
I don't know. They probably wanted to make it a limited test. Sounds like, I don't know. It sounds a little bit more official.
Oh, I guess that is what they're actually doing. But you won't get an email. You'll just log into the CS:GO in Steam, and it'll be like, "Hey, do you want to try it out?"
Yeah. No third-party sites. Has to be directly through CS:GO.
Is this how Linus got hacked?
No. Linus got hacked by some crazy backdoor hacking guys.
Yeah.
Just like brute forcing the two-factor authentication. I don't know how he did it, but they did it. I didn't watch the whole video.
No. Yeah, you got to be careful for these scams.
Yeah, you definitely do. They're out there.
I don't know if I've ever fallen for one.
I fell for one.
Really?
Yeah, not too long ago. Remember?
I don't.
When my buddy was like, "Hey, you gotta vote for my team."
On Discord.
Yeah.
Or no, Steam.
On Steam, yeah.
Yeah, but you caught it really fast.
Oh, yeah, I caught it real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't really think so. Not that I can remember anyways. I mean, I guess like my World of Warcraft account got broken into one time.
Yeah.
But that was just because like my password's exposed in like a data breach or something on another website, and I was using the same password.
Yeah.
I remember that was during the Running with Scissors World of Warcraft
yes.
time.
What a classic clan.
And I remember I told Kat, like, I got hacked, but they're reinstating all the stuff or whatever, and they'd taken all the shit out of the guild bank.
Yeah, I remember
and it was all not sorted properly. She's like, "Oh my god, get two-factor authentication on your account. I don't want to have to fix this all again." Yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say in ESO too. It's kind of MMORPG, whatever. It's not really scam, but you can buy like armory slots so you can save loadouts and stuff like that.
Yep.
I thought it was account wide because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
but
of course.
per character.
Oh, gross.
So I bought it on the wrong character. So I was like, well, fuck, I'll fill in a ticket and see what happens. So I just said like, "Hey, can you transfer this to the other character I have?" Like, I didn't know it was an account wide, you know?
Yeah.
If you can, please do it. And I got an email back saying like, "Oh, we'll do as a one-time courtesy that it will refund the crowns, which is the premium currency." I was like, "Sweet, okay." So I bought the one on my proper character, and then I logged in the other character, still had the slot.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I got a free one.
That's nice.
Yeah, very good. It costs like $10.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, ESO, you get like whatever, it's 2,500 crowns every month with your subscription, which is the equivalent of like $25.
Yeah.
But yeah, slot costs like 1,200 crowns.
Wow.
So I was like, "Fuck."
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I got a free one.
Nice.
Anyways, that was my scam on them.
Yeah, there you go.
Put one over on the man.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, last up in non-gaming news.
Why is this on here?
Because it was interesting. I found it really interesting. I was watching it. So you remember Afroman?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of Afroman?
I want to get high. I know Afroman.
Because I got high.
Yeah.
I got high.
Oh yeah, because I got high.
He's still making music, right? It's all kind of like
He's alive?
Oh, he's alive. He's still making that kind of music. He's got like a recording studio, a big house and stuff like that. He's making residuals for sure.
Of course.
The police raided him
Uh-huh.
in August
Yeah.
on a bogus charge of like the warrant is like drug trafficking and kidnapping.
Okay.
He's got mad security on his house. He's got cameras in every room, cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he was angry, rightfully so. They kicked in his door, they like smashed his windows, and they raided him. Right? They went through all of his stuff trying to find drugs and
they didn't find anything.
Kidnapping victims. They didn't find anything.
Yeah. Kidnapping.
Yeah.
So weird.
I know.
Okay.
So he made music videos, like 3 music videos using the security cam footage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of funny. It's his standard Afroman stuff. It's like, are you going to help me fix my gate? Are you going to help me fix my door?
Okay.
It's worth a listen because it's funny.
Okay.
But he uses all the security cam footage.
Yeah.
And he's making like mad bank off of it. He's got millions of views on these.
Yeah.
And so now the cops are suing him for emotional damage.
Oh, can you do it in the voice? I can't do it.
What?
Emotional damage.
Oh, emotional damage.
I wonder if he got emotional damage when the cop kicked down his front door.
With his kids in the house? Like,
I wonder.
the hell?
Oh, I wonder if he got emotional damage.
So the videos are well worth watching just because of the way he does everything. It's super hilarious.
I swear to God, his PR team or something have to be working overtime because I've seen like 50 fucking posts on the front page of Reddit about this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like stupid amounts of like coverage where I was like, this can't be organic. This has to be faked, basically. It's just too much of it.
Yeah, there's tons.
But it's just like, it has to be like the record label is paying to get people to post it on Reddit or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I saw Charlie Moist Critical's video. It popped up in my feed. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And so I went back and I watched the entire thing, and I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
But like, how did it get on his radar? Because it's being promoted on Reddit and everything like that. It's just like when the Johnny Depp Amanda Heard,
yeah.
And all the posts were about how good Johnny Depp was and everything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, his PR team is spending a lot of fucking money to get these fake accounts to post all this Johnny Depp shit on here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good on him. Get some money, but I mean, I hope he countersues for emotional damage.
Yeah. That'd be
I hope
great.
the judge dismisses this shit too.
Yeah.
Why would they think kidnapping?
I don't know.
Like, would it be you said his kids are there? Like, maybe does he have an ex-wife or something like that?
I don't know.
Very weird.
Man, his house is
Ballin'.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because everything is painted green.
Oh yeah,
Like
well,
everything
he likes
is green. He's like that. He's got the green and white motif in every room almost.
I think he likes the ganja leaf.
He definitely does.
Imagine that was you, like, basically making a parody song and just being a millionaire.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life. Could you imagine?
Yeah, right.
Just crazy.
And then another video popped up of Snoop Dogg on Jimmy Kimmel, and Snoop Dogg's like, "Man, the only one who could smoke me under the table is Afroman."
I thought he said it was Willie Nelson.
I think the video said it was Afroman.
Oh, crazy. I know he said that about Willie Nelson before too, so maybe he forgot.
Maybe.
Snoop Dogg's a bit of a doucher too, though, so.
Can be, yeah.
That
That was a bit of an aside for gaming news with Afroman. I thought it was pretty funny.
You know what I've been noticing, speaking of gaming, is on Twitch, I keep seeing a lot of celebrities streaming.
Yeah.
Like celebrities or pseudo-celebrities. Mm-hmm. Like Dane Cook, he keeps getting recommended to me. And I went to his channel, and he's got like 1,500 subs, and he just like plays Warzone. I don't think he really talks to the chat. He's just playing the game. He has no sub badges, nothing in the Twitch channel. I'm like, how's this guy have like 1,300 subs just because he's Dane Cook? And then Eric Griffith from, I mean, if you've seen him anywhere, you probably saw him on Workaholics. If you ever watched Workaholics,
I think I've
he
seen
was
him
Montez, like one of their coworkers.
Very
funny
episodes.
guy, but he's playing Warzone on there, and like, you know, well, who like T-Pain won fucking musician streamer of the year or whatever. It's like, leave some subs for the rest of us.
Those guys weren't going to watch you anyway.
No, I know, but it's just like, I don't know. If I'm like, I don't know, I wouldn't give Dane Cook a sub, even if I was a fan. Like, if my like favorite celebrity in the world was on Twitch, I'd be like, no, you don't need my money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would never do that.
No.
And if I was a big celebrity, like, I mean, Selena Gomez on TikTok, she does her lives.
Yeah.
And people were on TikTok, you give them roses and shit like that, and it's worth money. And she's doing her live, and she's, oh, thank you for the roses, thank you for the roses. And someone's like, wow, you're getting a lot of money today. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, every one of those roses costs them money. And she's like, don't send me money. What are you doing? Stop sending money.
I think all that's more of a notice me senpai kind of deal.
Yeah,
Say my name, please.
It is. But still, like, I don't know. If I was like Selena Gomez, I wouldn't have monetization turned on TikTok. Not for a live or anything.
She might not even have known.
No,
that
obviously she didn't, right? But if I was in the know, like, I'd have my TikTok account and I'd do sponsored whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be like, hey, my fans, you got off your job at McDonald's? Well, send me a few roses tonight, you know? That's only a third of your paycheck. No big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not have... If I had that kind of fan base, my monetization, you would get something for it. Like, not like Dane Cook where you don't get anything.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really
have
watching,
all kinds
so
of crazy stuff like
maybe it was
emotes
just
and perks and stuff
maybe it was
like that.
just in the midst of the battle and he's super focused, but maybe he's cracking jokes all the other times.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I saw, he was just like playing the game basically.
Yeah, I mean, if the chat's flying by, then I wouldn't.
It
have the
wasn't flying
to,
by.
you know, talk.
It wasn't flying by.
But you would get something for your money, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't have like do a live and be like, thanks for the cheer. Like if I'm T-Pain on Twitch, I'd be like, I'm not monetized on here. I'll do a sponsored stream.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to turn on cheering for like Joe Buttfuck in Kentucky who's going to give me like some bits from, he's like, I'm a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Like you're working at friggin' wherever, the dollar store.
Yeah.
I don't want your money. So I guess I'm just built different.
I guess so.
Anyways.
Yep. That's going to be the end of the news segment.
Yes.
And now, Game Club. Ladies and gentlemen, each week we play a game. We play a chapter, a segment, or a timed interval of that game. And then we talk about it.
Yes.
And of course, the past few weeks we've been playing The Outer Worlds.
Yes.
And this week is no exception.
We wrapped it up.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We did. Didn't we?
You did?
I, of course, did.
I didn't.
Why didn't you?
Because I still have quests, like main storyline quests to do.
What mainline story quests do you have?
I still have to... Okay, let's talk about it, because things are different now. Way different. I'm not done the game.
Okay.
I haven't finished it.
I'm definitely confused about what you did or where you ended off the last time.
So, our mission was to skip the Terra 2 to Phineas Wells.
Yeah, and I did that.
And I did that too.
And then you stopped?
Well, that was the end of the mission. It's like, you go to Phineas Wells, you go in.
But that was like 5 minutes.
Huh?
It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long of a quest.
Oh my god.
But I still have quests after that.
One quest?
Yeah, one quest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you finished that off.
Well, the skipping part was like 10 minutes long, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, well, I finished off the skipping quest, but there wasn't, like, I still had a lot more stuff I could do.
Oh, you had side missions and stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't have anything.
Missions. Oh.
I did everything already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrapped it up.
Oh, there you go. What, did you get Felix's companion
No,
quest?
fuck that guy.
You didn't get it, or you didn't do it?
I didn't get it.
Oh.
Or
I didn't
Sam.
get it either.
I didn't get Sam either.
I don't know if Sam would have one.
I would think all the others do. I would think he would too. The only mission that I had left was to wear armor for the woman at Byzantium that wanted me to like show her iconoclast armor and stuff like that. That's the only mission I had left, and I didn't bother doing it.
I failed. Why call them back from? Okay, so.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff that I did that you didn't do before, so we can talk about that anyways. And I'll save. I mean, we're gonna have to basically choose another game for Game Club after this, because literally the next mission is like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then you're done the game. So
okay.
maybe I should have said.
I didn't know that.
Maybe I should have said. I just assumed you were going to keep going.
No.
I guess because I had nothing to do when I was like, well, I better just keep going. I guess I didn't even know the mission was over. Like I didn't know it changed to a new mission.
Yeah.
I just was like, okay, I skipped it. Okay, let's go into the ship now.
Well, yeah, it doesn't change over to a new mission when there. Mm-hmm. It once you go in, you find Phineas's workshop, you kill everyone there.
Yeah.
And then Phineas is gone.
Yeah.
And you have to chase him down.
Yeah.
Try and find him. That's where the mission ends.
And then you go to Tartarus after.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice it changed missions, but I mean,
yeah, that's
like,
where it changes missions.
Oh, I just was like, well, let's go. Because that was like 10 minutes of time.
Okay, so let's talk about Sophia Akande,
Yes.
the main board person.
Well, she's not the main one.
Not the main board
but
person.
She is one.
Yeah, she is one.
Yeah.
I refuse to give her Phineas Wells.
So she asked to put the code into the ship, right?
Yeah, I put in the scrambled code.
Me too. And then you go talk to her, and she wanted you to give over Phineas.
Yeah.
She didn't ask me to give her Phineas, I don't think. She just said, like, thank you for putting the code in. He scrambled it somehow or whatever.
Yeah, we had that conversation as well.
But then she was like, I want you to do something else for me. And she's like, you got to go to Groundbreaker and kill everybody.
Oh, Groundbreaker and kill everybody.
Oh, sorry, not Groundbreaker. Emerald Vale.
Emerald Vale, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She asked me to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, not today.
Yeah, no, me neither.
She doesn't like it when you say no.
No.
Yeah. So she died.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone on the floor died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone in the city died.
In Byzantium?
Yep.
I didn't see everyone in the city dying.
Yeah. If you go down into the city, you are shoot on sight because you are now enemy number 1 of the board.
Oh,
so every
I didn't
guard
go in the city.
Every guard will attack on sight. Every citizen is an enemy.
I wonder if I could even complete that quest that I had. It didn't tell me failed.
Which one?
The one to wear armor.
No, the one to wear armor you won't fail. You will fail why call them back from retirement, but you had already finished that one.
Oh.
So I failed that one. As soon as I killed her, I failed that quest.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, you didn't miss too much in that quest.
No,
really.
I still had the codes to go down there, so I went down there to see what was going on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I figured that's what was going on.
Yeah.
Where they go in there, it's like, oh, yay,
the robots kill you.
Everyone's getting early retirement. Yay, this is so good.
Yeah.
And then you go down the elevator, and the music slowly starts to like jitter out. And you go down in the basement, it's just robots killing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never went back to Byzantium afterwards because I was like, I have to go find all this armor now because I just destroy everything, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna go find some
I was like,
iconoclast armor.
Oh my god, iconoclast armor! How am I gonna do this? And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at my characters. I'm like, when I was looking at my characters when I go out to like do the selection for who's going to be my companion, I'm like, oh my god, Vicar Max is wearing full iconoclast armor.
Oh, nice, nice.
So I took all that off and went in there, did that, and I'm like, oh, they want me to wear spacer armor
or something like that.
What the hell is that? I couldn't figure out what the hell.
I think that's the armor on Emerald Vale, like the Marauder armor.
The Marauder armor is Marauder armor because she wants you to wear Marauder armor, and I couldn't find a helmet that did that. So I went back to Emerald Vale and just started murdering bandits to try and get their armor.
Oh, okay.
And I've managed to get that one, but I'm working on the spacer armor.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Did you do the at Central quest, which is the casting call one?
Oh, yeah.
How did you play that one?
Let me think here.
Because I played it, I'm a doctor, not an actor, and I just scientific fact all the lines, and the dude was getting so angry at me.
I was not successful. So by the end, he's like, we're going to go a different way or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't remember my choices exactly. I don't remember what I did exactly. But he wasn't like pissed at me. He just was like, "Oh, that's not going to work out or whatever."
Yeah.
So, yeah, at first I was like, "Am I going to be fighting all these guys?"
Yeah, I think the way is that you're supposed to just attack and kill them all.
Just not even talk to them?
I think that's the different way to do it. It's like you go through the lines and then you attack.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I was like, well, I'm a doctor, not an actor.
Yeah.
So I just I did everything that was intelligence based and engineering based and medical based.
I think I tried to act. But, yeah, because when he's setting you up, he's like, here's a real gun just to give it a added flair of authenticity or whatever. And I was like, am I going to get shot as soon as I go in this room?
That's what I was thinking, too. And then they were like, cut. Hey, don't call me. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Yeah. That was more or less what happened to me, too.
Yeah.
The whole, like, So did you go and rescue the other doctor? The one for Sublight.
Yeah, I did rescue her.
Okay.
I just left her there. I was like,
you didn't send her to Phineas?
No, I was like, you can just continue research here because I wanted to do something different because I already knew that you sent her to Phineas. So
Okay.
I was like, I'll play the different choice and see what happens.
What happened when you went back to Sublight?
Oh, I haven't been back there yet. I was like, I'm running out of time. I'm just going to do this question in case it takes forever.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what happens when you go talk to Sublight.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
I think it would be about the same as yours since you rescued her and took her to Phineas.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say, though.
With the way I did Emerald Vale, I was hoping to be like, Sophia, they have a way to grow food. They can grow real food there.
Yeah.
Because I set her up so that she could take over the Saltuna factory and start producing actual real food from.
It'll be interesting to see how the ending of the game plays out for you. Now that I know how it goes and everything like that, I'll be interested to see what your different choices mean, like for the ending and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out next episode.
Yeah, I will say, like when you're going to be going onto Tartarus, that's where you're going to go to rescue Phineas. Before you go, workbench. It's time to workbench.
I don't have enough money.
No,
I workbenched all my stuff.
I had like $50,000, but I had to find a workbench on Tartarus to do it.
My weapons are now costing $30,000 to upgrade.
Yeah, I leveled up one of my armors to unlovable levels. It won't go any higher.
Yeah. You just need to level yourself up, and then you can make it higher.
I'm max level. I can't go any higher.
There you go.
I'm max level, baby.
That fight in Phineas's lab, I just died over and over again. I just like get one shot. I was like, holy crap! Why are these guys so difficult?
Let me think.
I wasn't
here.
using my time dilation at all, and as soon as I started using time dilation, they just died.
Yeah, I think I just ended up. I think it was like Ellie and Parvati just blocked the door, so I was okay.
Every time I did it, Parvati and Nyoka just went in guns blazing.
Yeah, I think they just sort of got stuck in the door, and I could shoot over their shoulders and stuff like that. I will say for the final assault that you do, besides like who you take with you or whatever, Ellie and Parvati. No, I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to spoil it. But it's very interesting anyways.
Yeah.
It's not real. I mean, would it be a spoiler? Maybe not. But I don't want to say anything else.
Yeah, because I was skipping the ship with Nyoka, and Nyoka's like, no, I
really?
don't want to do this.
No. I had... Let me think here. I didn't take Nyoka with me. I took Parvati and Ellie. Mm-hmm. And Ellie was kind of like, well, as a doctor, this is probably going to go pretty badly, I think. And then Parvati, I don't know what she said.
Parvati didn't really say much of note, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. We'll have to get you to wrap it up for the next one.
Yep, and then we'll have to pick our new Game Club game.
Yeah, well, if anyone has a suggestion, let us know.
We want something a little bit lighter fare, nothing too super dark like the Rats of Nim.
Yes. I have a few suggestions. I've been suggested Hi-Fi Rush, Dishonored, but Yeah,
Yakuza has been suggested
Yakuza
as well.
0, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Dagon Ranpa, but they're not on Game Pass. Part 2 and 3 is, but not 1.
Yeah.
So, but if you have a suggestion, let us know. We'll take a look and see. We'll decide something, and we'll let you know what's going to be on the next episode.
Yeah, maybe we'll put a vote up on the old Twitter, but who knows?
Twitter.
Twatter.
Yep. That's StreamVoid Pod.
Yes, make sure to tweet us there. That's going to wrap up this episode of the StreamVoid podcast.
Yes.
Episode 121.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out and having a listen to this. If you liked what you're hearing, and I know you do because you keep listening to it, just leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice.
Yes,
and
please.
Definitely go ahead and share us with a friend because that's how we get into other people's ear holes.
Yes.
Yes, and with that, I've been Mikey T.
I've been... KurbStomped.
KurbStomped. And we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Goodbye.
Bye.